Hi guys! I am Adrian L. Dilal and I am here to give you some information about the different types of computer system or the basic parts of the computer system. Because suddenly, you are using your computer but you don't know what is the part of the computer that you're using it. That's why we are here to give you some information about this. The first part of the computer system is what we call the computer monitor. When we say computer monitor, it is an output device that displays information in pictorial form. And add for that, a monitor usually comprises the visual display, circuitry, casing, and power supply. Now, let's proceed to the second part of the computer system, which is what we call the computer keyboard. When we say computer keyboard, it is an input device used to enter characters and functions into the computer system by pressing buttons or keys. It is the primary device used to enter text. And suddenly, a keyboard typically contains key for individual letters, numbers, and special characters, as well as key for specific functions. Now, let us proceed to the third parts of the computer, which is the mouse. A mouse is a handheld pointing device that detects two-dimensional motions relative to a surface. This motion is typically translated into the motions of a pointer on a display, which allows a smooth control of the graphical user interface of a computer. Okay, we are continued to the main or most important part of the computer system, which is the motherboard. Why? Because the motherboard is the main circuit board of your computer, and sometimes it's also known as the main board or logic board. Because if you ever seen your computer, the biggest piece of silicon you see is the motherboard. Why? Because attached to the motherboard, you will find the CPU ROM, memory RAM expansion slots, PCI slots, and USB ports. Random access memory, or in acronym is RAM, is a form of a computer memory that can be read and changed in any order. Typically, used to store working data and machine code. A random access memory device allows data items to be read or written in almost the same amount of time, irrespective of the physical location of data inside the memory.
A storage device is a piece of computer hardware used for saving, carrying, and pulling out data. It can keep and retain information short-term or long-term. It can be a device inside or outside the computer or server. Other terms for a storage device is storage medium or storage media. In computing, an optical disk drive is a disk drive that uses laser light or electromagnetic waves within a near or the visible light spectrum as part of the process of reading or writing data to or from optical discs. A video card, also called graphics card, display card, graphics adapter, or display adapter, is an expansion card which generates a feed of output images to display device, such as computer monitor. A central processing unit, also called a central processor, main processor, or just processor, is the electronic circuitry within a computer that executes instructions that make up a computer program. A computer fan is any fan inside or attached to a computer case used for active cooling. Fans are used to draw cooler air into the case from the outside, expel warm air from inside, and move air across a heatsink to a particular component. Both axial and sometimes centrifugal fans are used in computers. A computer case, also known as the computer chassis, tower, system unit, or cabinet, is the enclosure that contains most of the components of a personal computer. Cases are usually constructed from steel, aluminum, and plastic.
Power supply. A power supply converts mains AC to low voltage regulated power for internal components of a computer. Modern personal computers universally use switch mode power supplies. Some power supplies have a manual switch for selecting input voltage, while others automatically adapt the mains voltage. Operating System. An operating system or OS is a software that communicates with the hardware and allows other programs to run. It is composed of system software or fundamental files your computer needs to boot up and function. Common desktop operating systems include Windows, OS X, and Linux. While each OS is different, most provide a graphical user interface or GUI that includes the desktop and the ability to manage files and folders. Software. Software is a collection of data or computer instructions that tells the computer how to work. This is in contrast to physical hardware from which the system is built and actually performs the work. Floppy disk. A floppy disk or floppy diskette is a type of disk storage composed of thin and flexible disk or magnetic square medium in a square or nearly square plastic enclosure, lined with a fabric that removes dust particles from the spinning disk.